Hey y'all, welcome to the Jezebel Way Tarot. Tonight I'm going to be doing a Divine Masculine read. We did a Divine Feminine read. So let's try a read for the collective for Divine Masculine. What's up with the Divine Masculine? Let's take a look. See what's going on. Running. Okay. Somebody's running. We have pride, ego. Masculines have been operating a lot in their ego lately, a lot in their ego. Feminines, on the other hand, are trying to nourish their self-growth. So, neither one of you are happy. Let's just put it that way. You're not happy as far as the relationship goes. Divine Masculine is running out of a matter of pride. They're being stubborn. Sometimes when there's been a perceived rejection in a situation, somebody gets in their ego, right? And they, they puff their chest out, right? Out of pride. Okay, so let's see what's happening. The only thing standing in between them and euphoria in a situation, in union, in happiness, is their ego, their arrogance, right? So somebody's running. They're feeling a little bit insecure. Yeah, tower moment happened here at some point with some of you. A lot of confusion, a lot of emotional confusion. Damn third-party situations again. So there is someone else here with the moon, right? That indicates maybe there's a karmic involved. Which is a shocker, I know. So tower moment happened. Karmic's in the mix. Karmic is as a result of either feminine or masculine having the karmic. But the Divine Masculine is in their ego, and they are probably hiding in a karmic and running from the connection. All right, so let's see what we got. Okay, yep, conflict. Conflict, there's a player here, player energy here. Someone's playing chess. Okay, so with this card here, making a decision, they're playing chess here, right? So there's a lot of petty energy. And I did this read earlier and I deleted it because I was like, oh my goodness, when are we going to get to a happy storyline here? And I thought I'd start over, right? But here I am again with the same type of energy. So, masculine is playing chess because they want things to work out the way they want them to work out. In this card here, talking about ego and pride and running, they are trying to control the narrative by introducing this karmic into the situation, right? They are also trying to control the situation by not communicating. And that is being used as a form of control. Lots of fight, lots of energy of change, of coming together, of being apart as a result of someone's actions. The masculine wants to be worshipped in a way, right? And they're dreaming of this Ten of Cups and how to achieve this emotional fulfillment, but they are holding back from this situation. Trying to find balance is on their mind, but there's a lot lacking in this situation. Feminine is also, the lunar eclipses, okay, have a lot of impact on twin flame relationships. I myself find. I find that they catapult obsession phases. They sometimes bring communication. Sometimes they bring in and highlight lessons that the masculine and feminine need to learn. Attachment, when it comes to karmics, the longing, the loss, right, that many divine partners feel. So highlighting the lack in the situation and highlighting the obsession and longing is kind of what's happened here. But there is a new opportunity on the table to bring this back into play, to bring this back into a union situation and move it forward. But this ego up here has to go. So conflict in making a decision to bring balance. There's also the desire to want to move forward. It's been on their mind. You're always on their mind. Playing chess, they are trying to control the narrative by holding back communication, holding back confession, holding back any kind of affection, right? And they're doing that because they feel left out in the cold. They feel rejected. They feel, you know, if you don't want me, I'm going to show you who the hell does kind of mentality to garner reaction from the feminine. The center of the read, though, is the Ten of Cups. And so that is the idea surrounding all of this behavior, all of this pettiness, all of this lack of communication is triggered by this Ten of Cups energy, the desire to be emotionally fulfilling to one another, the desire to be together. So all of these actions are sort of a sub part of the connection, right? They are a symptom of lack, a symptom of not being able to bring it together, the desire to bring it together, the longing, the obsession. These are all symptoms of this Ten of Cups desire. So, not a lot of major arcana in this read other than the Temperance card, right? And you have the Moon, the confusion, the Tower, the result of the confusion. But the main idea when you have the major arcana in a read is those are sort of unmovable energies, right? And there is a need to bring balance. So, of course, the masculine here with the ego has to bring balance to his own life, her own life. The feminine bringing balance in, not attaching to this situation, not attaching to all of these symptoms of a lack of love of self, not attaching to all these symptoms that are a result of the masculine being in their ego. The feminine has to bring balance to their life in the inner world and not the outer world, right? Not relying on the masculine to do the right thing or to act right doesn't bring peace or happiness to you, whether they act right or they don't. You bring peace and happiness to your own life. So the lesson here is that balance is needing to be called for. Masculine's trying to control the narrative, trying to control the outcome, and trying to punish the feminine. They're in their ego because they feel rejected by the feminine. Okay, so lots of anxiety, lots of things going on there. Tower moments continue to happen with karmics until masculine can gain a little bit of self-confidence. No offense to masculines out there, just saying. Until it becomes a thing in which the masculine can bring in their confidence into a situation, confidence within themselves, they will continuously be throwing you symptoms of lack of self-confidence and ego-driven behaviors. Nothing you can do about that. This is ego-based. Ego-based because this is what they want. They want this Two of Cups here, these lovers here, right? They're trying to, and for some of you, and this is a weirder part of the twin flame journey, right? For some of you, there are false counterparts in the mix, right? False twin is someone who brings in all of the feelings that you would expect from a twin, right? Except they drain you instead of empower you. They end up being really abusive. They will pretend to be this divine thing, but they are in truth a karmic. And so there's a false twin here, or someone claiming to be the twin of your twin, or maybe that's in your world, feminines. This false twin is trying to subdue the masculine. Okay, the false twin is, of course, karmic. The false twin is trying to embody all of this, this wisdom, this intuition, this whatever, the spirituality of a divine counterpart relationship, right? But it's not true. They're subduing your masculine. Yeah. There's issues with boundaries with sex in this situation. And blocking. Okay, so another part of this situation can also be that you're feeling the feelings of your twin when you feel like there's symptoms of pettiness and control and communication and things like that, because that is what the masculine is experiencing here with the karmic. They are subduing them. They're trying to control communication. They are trying to control the outcome of situations, so on and so forth, because they are a false twin. So you have a false twin here who's trying to take that place of the counterpart. Nothing you can do about that other than let this story play out. They'll know soon enough. So let's see what else is going on with the divine masculine on a spiritual level. We kind of have a 3D situation. What's playing out in the 3D? Let's see what's happening spiritually for the masculine. But don't forget, you made an impact on them by drawing a boundary. Otherwise, they wouldn't be acting this way. Okay, so temptation. They're not speaking. They're not telling you, of course, what's going on with them. They still have hope for this situation. The hope is that the communication and the interaction will return. But it can't return if they're trying to control the avenue with which communication comes, or they're trying to block out, or they're only wanting it to be them communicating to you, whatever it is. They chose poorly. They chose so poorly that now they're sacrificing themselves to a false twin. There is, in the back of their mind, there is the idea for new beginnings with the feminine. They're going to become aware and get their legs back underneath them. And I think there's going to be something happening with an intuitive moment involving sex, either with their karmics with somebody else or whatever. They're going to get something thrown in their lap. Excuse me. They're going to get something thrown in their lap, which is kind of going to tell them, hey, you need to check out so-and-so. And they do, and they walk in, and what happens. But these two cards together make a 9, and that's about closing out cycles. So they're going to be closing out these cycles, and they're going to be in a transition stage. But I think you keep this boundary up, because the issue is who's going to drive this bus. That's the problem between this collective masculine and feminine. Who's going to drive this bus? And the masculine wants to drive the bus, right? The masculine wants the control in this situation, but the feminine's kind of like, been there, done that. No thanks. I'm driving my own bus. And so it's kind of the problem here between these two is who's the leader? Because this person hasn't accelerated to the point in which they understand that's an ego trip. That's an ego trip, right? I mean, teamwork makes the dream work. I know that's cliche, but it's true. In order to be to progress something forward, you can't be of the self, right? You have to understand that everybody has their specific talents and gifts. Everybody contributes. And so when you're in this divine counterpart situation, if you're solely trying to hold on to the control in this situation so that you can be either protected or celebrated, you're working out of an ego space and you're not allowing everyone to come in and contribute. So if you guys can understand what I'm trying to say by that, this is a pull between masculine and feminine exerting their strength, their pride, their ego, their need for control. So keep the boundary in place, right? And I'm not saying that you shouldn't be in control of your own life or whatever. What I'm saying is when you come together, it's us, not me and in him or her and me, right? It is us. And so your divine masculine is coming to a place where they are closing out this situation with the karmic. The problem is you need to keep those boundaries in place because they can't figure out how to get out of their ego. And they want to control the narrative. They want to control the communication. They want to control, interaction with you in order to keep you in a position because they want you to chase them. And so here we go again. But they're fixing to find out that this false twin flame is exactly what that is, false. They're going to be moving on. They're going to be at a crossroads, of course, with this situation. 6 is everywhere, but they're going to be moving on. They're going to want to come back and find solidity with you, feminine. But again, there's some issues with resentment in the picture. There is issues with, of course, letting go of the past. There's issues with alignment, right? Being on the same page, same goal set, same mindset, letting go of the ego, understanding that, you have a job to do together. The truth is going to be coming out in this situation, of course, with this false twin flame, but the truth is going to be coming out about the masculine being more concerned about tooting their own horn than they are about the truth. They're trapped in their fear and they're kind of running away from what they're supposed to be doing right now, which is going to shut their heart chakra down. And they're going to find themselves back in a similar situation with a karmic. So unfortunately, you have the job, feminines, of maintaining the line. You have the job of the femininity of the self. What does the feminine mean? What is my job here? What am I in alignment with? Are they in alignment with me? Because they're really not right now. And, so it's going to be more patience, digging in deeper. It's going to be a lot more letting go of attachment. It's going to be more of unconditional love situations. And I just feel like that's kind of a season that we're coming into with the masculine, some of us coming into with the masculine. Just got to keep plugging on. Masculine is in their ego right now. I feel like a lot of age issues are coming into play as well, with perhaps a midlife crisis, trying to hang on to youth, an inner struggle with that situation. Thinking woman is moving on from third-party situations. That's the feminine. Masculine is going to continue to go through their valley of constraints. They're trying to lay down some hostilities. Use your intuition. Have patience with yourself. You've got to get into alignment with what it is you want. It doesn't matter if, anybody who walks in the door, twin or no twin. If this presentation of love relationship is not on the same page with where you're going, don't entertain it. You're going to be at a crossroads with this masculine on this new path. You're going to be at a crossroads with this situation, trying to decide what's the best course of action as far as going or maintaining a boundary. So what you have here basically is you are going on a new path. You may be going on a new path separately, but focusing on love, unconditional love, releasing attachment, moving forward. That's what's going to make you happy. Is this in alignment with where I'm going? Is this going to benefit me on my path? Or is this going to cause me some more problems on my path? And you can do it by yourself, having the courage to understand that, yes, I'm my own twin. I can do this all on my own. Twin coming in and out, twin coming in and out. That may be a cycle until after the holidays, right? So, let's get some love cards on it and we'll call it a wrap. So, feminines, stay the course. You've got false twin flame action and you have the masculine and the ego. They have to solve those problems. You can't solve it for them. Okay, what did we get here? Let's see. Okay, friendship. Nurture the bonds of friendship within your relationship and your love life will dramatically improve. This is about releasing attachment as far as romance goes. Are you always going to be connected to your twin? Yes. Can you get rid of the connection? Can you break it? Can you burn it down? Can you cut it? No, because I've tried everything there is under the sun to do it and it can't be done. Nurture the only thing that can do it is for you to ascend and get to a place in your life in which you're saying to yourself, you know what? I wish him the high or her the highest good, but I am on my own journey and that over there is not in alignment with what I'm doing. And being able to release them in your mind and in your heart. That's the only thing that cuts it, if you want to call it that. Nurture the bonds of friendship within your relationship and your love life will dramatically improve. This is talking to you about releasing attachment. Sometimes every day we have to release the attachment. Look deep within your heart and you will feel my love, okay? Higher self twin, 5D twin, not 3D twin. My love for you is as deep as the ocean. Yes, it may be. Okay, and in the 5D and above and the higher self of the twin, yes, absolutely. But the 3D twin is here to learn lessons, right? And so sometimes those two things don't match. You're not seeing the progress of what you're feeling from your twin in here, right? You're not seeing it on the outside of yourself, in the 3D world. Ego, pride, prevents them from coming to you. A magnetic and seductive quality surrounds you at present. Enjoy it. This is saying, hey, don't stop your life for your twin. Don't sit up there in your ivory tower, waiting for them to come up and get you. You're going to have to go find the life that makes you happy. You're going to have to go create the life that makes you happy. So that's what I have for you guys, and I'll see you later.